and welcome to Summer Sparkling Good Time. So, this is my last little section of January's cross stitch conversion, you guys. So, the last column, and then there's like 3. So, we're just going to do all that together. And I'm going to holla at you. I don't know what I'm going to say, but I'm going to talk about something. Okay. So, let's talk about the cross stitch. So, I like to do the black first, but I'm working on a Mandie Manzano, which has a lot of the black outlining. That I feel helps me get to like understand what I'm dealing with, if that makes sense. So I start with the 310, and then I go like to the what I think is the most dominant color, like the most drills of that color, and then peter down to colors that there's like 1 or 2 of. And yes, that does happen. And it's a little bit annoying. Sometimes it's really hard to see with the black drills. I am not going to lie. I'm sitting here going, what am I looking at? What am I looking at? And like, the drill quality, if you've done a jaded gym shop, like, it's good stuff, Maynard. Good stuff. And, okay. Am I not counting right, or am I doing something really, really wrong? I am a drill shy of both lane. I was like, what is happening? All right, hold on. So how many are there supposed to be? There's supposed to be 10, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. See, I'm... Okay. Woo. There we go. There we go. Oh, that feels real nice. Okay. All the way across. Okay, now I'm coming down. So I thought I'd get it like, boxed in here. 310s are the worst. I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, oh, you have a lot of older kits that are like very 310 heavy. Ew. It'll be okay. Okay, so now I fixed that. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I got it now. Okay, that was rude. So, like I said, I try to do the color that there's the most of first. And I have learned that my life is better if I just do the 10 across and 30 down. So 300 drills at a time. When I try to do more than that, like 2 of these like across, that's when I confuse myself. That's when the pattern doesn't make sense to me. That's when things just seem to go kooky. So, what have I done? Rather, okay, am I a little too tight up there? Is that what's happening? Please take the drill and leave me alone. Okay. And then I'm going down here. Okay. So there should be 2 more. Okay. Let's try to straighten it so everything else can be straightened. Okay. Good night. Haha. Okay. So then it's this whole next row too. I see. The black drills are extremely hard on my eyes, you guys. There. Okay. And so I need the black drills because they're, the most predominant here to help me see the pattern. But getting the black drills down is not the easiest thing I've ever done. Like, I'm constantly having to feel to make sure that they're like in correctly, because I've had some pop and it wasn't because of my materials, it was because of my placement, if that makes any sense. Okay, so then on the bottom of this row, these two are black. There. So this has been definitely a learning experience. I am going to continue onwardly and I'm going to work through this through the year. I am very, very glad that I divided it into 12 sections and I only have to do my, monthly section each month, because I think if this was the only kit I was working on, um, it might be a little stressful and it might take away some of my enjoyment. Is it fun? Yes, but like, it's a different kind of fun than a typical diamond painting. Like, I can totally understand why some people would not enjoy a cross stitch conversion, but I do enjoy a regular cross stitch, like a counted cross stitch on fabric. I enjoy doing those. So, to me, it stood to reason that I would also enjoy this. It is different with it being drills on canvas, I will say that. It is one of those drills bad? No. Okay. I am expecting some trash drills because, I mean, no place have I ever not had any trash. But the trash has been minimal with these Jaded Gem Shop drills. Okay. If you diamond paint in an area where it's loud, it's boisterous, it's noisy, I don't know if I would invest in a cross stitch conversion, because especially in the beginning, it can be a little bit confusing. I would suggest that whichever canvas you get has the grids numbered. That has been very helpful. I've seen some that are not numbered, and I'm like, ooh, that seems like a bad time. So I love the fact that Jade has her grids numbered. I'm not sure what other companies do it or don't, but you might want to look at that because that has been extremely helpful to have the grid numbered. What else have I learned this month? I've learned that if I try to hold a conversation Um, I can sometimes get confused, um, especially if someone's asking me a question. So, like me sitting here trying to talk to you where I'm in control of the conversation, it's not so bad. But like if Trendy were to come in and try to speak to me, um, I couldn't guarantee that I would know. I would be able to. I would have to stop what I'm doing, I think, to process whatever she said, because I do not think my brain would be able to like multitask this and like think of something else at the same time. Now, I'm sure that maybe as time goes by, it will get easier, but I am still very, very new to it. I mean, I've only done this one little section, right? And like I've told you guys before, very, very much a learning curve. And however long it takes you to do squares, I would multiply that by 1.5 to 2 on what you could look at for how long it's going to take you. So if you normally do a 10 by 10 section, so 100 drills in, say, 20 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever, I'm just throwing out random numbers, it was going to take, so say you can do one of these 10 by 10 squares on a normal square drill canvas in 10 minutes, right? It's going to take you 15 to 20 with a cross stitch. The conversion, that would be a good rule of thumb for when you're beginning to um, make sure you're giving yourself enough time to sit down. I also would not suggest leaving. Like, I would not walk away from this right now where it is. Um, I think that would be very confusing to my brain. And I would want to complete at least. I, I think it would be in your best interest to say, okay, I'm going to do this section. I'm going to sit here till this section is done, because I think leaving, coming back to it, I went to go to the bathroom on one session and I came back and it took me longer than I would care to admit to figure out what I was looking at and where I was. And I'm like, you know, I didn't think I was dumb, but, but, um, it is very, very fulfilling. Like the sense of accomplishment when you're doing it is a really nice high. And even though I have only done this little bit, I'm like, yeah, I did it, you know? Oops, frog that. I figured out how to undo a mark. Oh, see, one of those drills is bad. Ah, it's a double. That's a double. Get over there. Um, did I really just find two bad sections in a row after just raving about how wonderful the quality is? Literally two on. I mean, that's nothing on on 310s. Um, but yeah, it feels good to do something that's different. It feels good to do something that uses a different portion of your brain because it is very much a different part of my brain. So this one I'm over and then here. Now, Allison was telling me that like I could. No, come back. That there's like a way to like move and not have to switch back and forth. And I don't know what I've done, but my pattern keeper no longer wants to allow me to do that. So I'm like, okay, not exactly sure what's happening, but it let me do it the other day. And then when I tried to do it again today, it wouldn't let me. And then I did something because now it won't let me like just mark as I go, like randomly. So I'm not exactly sure what I've done. But bum bum bum, the 310's done. I do think I'm going a lot faster than I was originally. Like I feel like my speed has definitely improved. And I'm not saying this is a race, but I'm saying I was not prepared for the amount of time. Hmm, this is just a whole bunch of random stuff, huh? Mm, let's do that one. Okay, let's see. 7.99. 7.99. So I have found colors other than black and blue, you guys. Do you see this purple? There's some pinks and some maroons. I was like, yes, yes. I will show you what the entire thing looks like when we're finished with this. Aw, Summer, you hit a little too hard. And I am using my yellow dog tray. Um, I've also been using my blah 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 my large mini made lately quite a bit, and I've made some really good progress on daylight, you guys. If you're unaware, Daylight is by Puffy Gator, and I bought the enhancement pack from DP with Sparklers, or Tima, here on YouTube. And it's coming along really, really well. I'm quite pleased with it. I did add some of my own enhancements because I thought if this is the only time I enhance Kit, let's go big or go home. So there's fairy dust, there's crystals, there's sparklers, what else? There's a lot. There's a bees. And for my first enhancement kit, I did choose a smaller kit with a smaller enhancement pack because I'm like, what if I hate enhancements? I don't know. I've never done it. There's like 2025 for me is a year of a lot of first. Doing a lot of first. A lot of first. Stop trying to roll off this table. If you're wondering or you're new here, this is a Norse Alchemist pin. The turning style is called the Etsy Jagged Edge. And I think you have to like put that like down custom or something in the notes. Let's do, how much is that one? Oh, switch. Not a lot. Not a lot. Not a lot. Else? No, let's go with this one. And this is like $7.98, right? Yeah. Now, I know that a lot of people sometimes kit up like based on symbols, based on um, color families. For me, the fact that I accidentally kitted up in DMC order, which is how it's presented on this list, has been amazing. I am very glad that that is how I had kitted it up because it's been really, really easy for me to find the drills. Um, so it's been quite, oops, it's been quite beneficial to me. Um, I don't think I would want to be looking for the symbols because like the symbols are so tiny. I don't think I would enjoy that. So I am glad I did get up in that manner because I just know, oh, it's down farther than this, so it's over here. And then um, after a couple of sections, you realize, okay, I know it's like 3817 ends here, so if it's bigger than 3817, it's over here. So that has been helpful. What else? What else would I say has been helpful? Or something I've learned. I cannot listen to an audiobook while I do this right now. Um, I cannot have a YouTube video on. I cannot, no. Um, as of right now, that would make a mess. I would be a mess, and I know it. And I'm like, no, we're good. We're good. Um, no, do I think that's going to be the case continuously? No, I think probably by mid to late February, I will be able to function quite well with so that's 38, 38, so it's going to be in this one. Switch. That's 36, 38. So it's been fun, and it's really neat to see the image appear. Like, even though I know what the image is, it almost feels like a mystery kit because it's coming to life in front of me, if that makes sense. Because it's literally a blank canvas. Now, I understand like the mystery advent calendars like that. Now I get it. What has happened? So that's it's that one. Okay. What did I do? And sometimes you look at it and your brain just says no. And that's okay. That's okay. We all human. We are all human. I have discovered that changing the settings so it shows me the colors on this after I mark them done has been very helpful. I really love it. But whereas I feel sometimes that dumping can be like a mindless type thing where you can like just check out. I don't feel that same checkout. I feel like I am so engaged with this that other things just kind of like, who cares? Does that make sense? 3809. So very, very different part of like, um, I have not reached for this. Like when I've had a rough day at work or if I'm stressed, I have not reached for this. Just so you know, I would reach for one that is pre-printed. And that might just be me, but I could not see that. I don't want my regular life to make me think I'm having a bad diamond painting day, um, and get frustrated with this because cross stitch conversions can be extremely pricey. They can be a pretty penny, and I don't want my experience to be marred by any external issues, if that makes sense. Because, like, I've had a rough couple days at work um, before I had a couple days off. Um, and a lot of that was, if most of you know, I've been working entirely too much. So now that I've had some much needed rest, I've had quite a bit of time off. It's been lovely. And like I just shut down. Now I feel really good. Oh man, I forgot there were dryer sheets in there. I'll put them back. There might have been a reason. um, Now I'm perfectly fine back. Blah blah blah. And but I use my other pre-printed canvases, like your typical diamond paintings, to just basically turn off my brain, and I went like a house afire. The people in the Facebook group are like, "Wow," and I'm like, "Well, see, what y'all didn't know is I was working through some emotions, and that's how I do it." um, I'm perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong. It's just been a stressful couple of months, and I needed some true downtime because 4 jobs. um, and then a lot of changes behind the scenes dealing with I changed my insurance, and then there was an issue with that, making sure I did something right, and there was some stuff. And then doctor's appointments for Trinity. Miss Karen had to have a medical procedure. um, there's just been a lot of stuff that, like, I don't talk, and we're approaching tax season. um, just boring stuff that it's not something I'd necessarily share on the channel, either be it because it's personal or because um, it's boring. Like yesterday, I about had a heart attack because my youngest daughter, Jasmine, she had gotten all of her and her husband's tax documents together and had sent them to me. And he had started a new job with this. They live in well, he works for a major city, like the city of one of the major ones in Oregon. I'm not going to say which one because, yeah. Um, and see, wait a minute. I did that wrong. Okay, Summer, you got crazy. Off. Off. Okay. It's on this line, but it's here. Now that makes sense. Okay. Um, well, so they sent me all their paperwork, and they're fairly young. Like, Jasmine is 24. Um, so they sent me their tax information. I had to start doing their taxes. So I'm like, okay, easy peasy, you know. They don't own their own home yet. They have a baby. She's pregnant again. Yay. Um, but I mean, relatively simple taxes is what I was expecting. Then I looked at the W-2 from his new job and went, duh, because there was not enough withheld there was more state withheld than federal. Does that tell you anything? And I went, oh no, oh no. So then I'm at telling her, okay, send me his I need to see one of his pay stubs. And April works in payroll. And so I'm texting her and I'm like, am I crazy? She goes, no, you're not crazy. Something is awry. I'm like, right? I said, and so uh, I finally had to have him contact HR to figure out what had gone wrong because I'm like, I'm a little nervous because they're a tax bracket where they normally get a little bit back or have to pay some, even with having a baby. But we were into a place where it was pay a lot, and I'm like, what is going on? What? Well, when he filled out his his new W-4, they had changed W-4 form, and he just followed the instructions, not paying attention, or I guess, or anything. And it said, do you have a kid? And he said, yeah. So he put down the $2,000. So they had been prorating the $2,000 child tax credit throughout all his checks. Which, okay, great, except um, the way it worked out with the time that Jasmine had taken off and whatnot is, and then they had some 1099 income. It we needed that to not have happened. And previously, um, it hasn't been a big deal. I mean, their 1099 income because he's never had them hold the child tax credit before. And so, like, we figured it out, and I was like, what have you done? Your wife is going to kill you. I don't have bail money. um, uh, but we did get it sorted out. We did get him on the phone to payroll, so he was able to fix that and have the proper amount of taxes taken out of his check for the rest of 2025. But I was sitting here going, what happened? And so I'm sending, pictures of pay stubs and W-2s to April going, am I crazy? I know it's been a long time since I did, this stuff like professionally, but I mean, this is not right. And she's pulling a tax table and then she goes, no, they should have been taking this much. And I'm like, right? I said, and I told him to file single on his W-4 just because I know that they have their 1099 income, and then that way they don't typically have to pay as much because those are my hard-working babies. I'm telling you, they're making a whole lot more money at their age than I was at their age. I'll tell you that. They're my go-getters. And so I was like, um, and then I had to tell her, and now mind you, she's pregnant, that you guys are gonna have to pay this. And I said, um, I go, the he done messed up. So that's what I spent a lot of my time yesterday doing, was figuring out what went wrong. And taxes. So I mean, I don't feel like that is like super entertaining to talk to you guys about on the regular. Oh, that's 35 summer, not 45. Yeah, it's 45. And there's a lot of dryer sheets in that one. Okay. I was a little excessive. Okay. And like, I haven't seen any static really in these, but I did get these up in 2023. So it might have a lot of static then, but it sat there with dryer sheets for 2 years. Whoopsie. And as I told myself, you are doing that this year, come hell or high water. You're doing it. Okay, Summer. Had to get bossy with myself. And did everybody hear about the diamond painting cruise? Rachel Ray and Kara, the principal painter, um, announced that this morning, your yesterday, based on when this video is scheduled to go out. Um, it's from like April 11th to April 16th, 2026. My birthday's April 15th. And I had slept in this morning because I had stayed up late last night working on daylight because I was so excited. I'm like, I love it. Um, so I woke up to a message from April going, have you seen this? Are we going? So me and April are currently discussing going on that cruise. I said, April, that's my birthday week. And she's like, oh my gosh. I'm like, right. I'm like, it would be perfect. I'd be the best. I would be the best. So we're looking at that. I have to go renew my passport. I haven't done my passport in forever. Forever. Gosh, let's see. I think I did my passport in 2009. And then, so it expired in 2019? Yeah, I would have to do that. But the cruise is to the Bahamas. It's with Carnival Cruise Lines. And I was looking at the prices, and it doesn't seem like crazy prices to me. I've never been on a cruise before, so no idea. But a cruise is on my bucket list. A diamond painting retreat is not only on my bucket list, but registering for one is one of my 2025 goals. And there's something else. Oh, and going to the Bahamas is on my bucket list. So I was like, this checks a lot of boxes. Plus, me and April will get to go hang out. So I'm super excited about it. Super. So now I just have to double check everything and make sure it all works. I mean, I think they have it set up where you like pay a $300 deposit and then there's specific dates that you make payments or whatever. So I mean, that's not a big deal. I'm not worried about that. And I like the fact they're doing it like that. So I'm like, okay, so I don't have to put it on a credit card. I can actually just pay cash and it be paid for when I go. All right, sound good. I'm like, we're gonna look into trying to go though. It sounds like a dang good time. And there are things like where if you're wanted to like go with your husband or significant other, partner, however you however you work it. Like that there's a non-painter and a diamond painter rate. So like you could go with your husband in the same room and he just not be over in the diamond painting area because there's going to be like designated crafting spaces for the diamond painters on the cruise. Which, how cool is that? And then there's going to be like day excursions, and I'm like, this sounds like it would be so much fun. So much fun. So I think we're gonna do that. I hope. I'm like, that's like the best birthday present you can give yourself, Summer. I'm like, yeah. But I was doing like all the math. I'm like, okay, so I'd have to do my flight from California to Florida. And then they have like a hotel and like a meet and greet thing going on at the hotel the day before the cruise leaves. And then if you don't want to have to like deal with transportation, they have it where you can just pay and they'll pick you up from the airport, they'll take you to the hotel, they'll take you from the hotel to the um, cruise terminal. And so it's basically, I'm like, I don't mind paying that to know I don't have to stress out and someone is just going to tell me, get on the bus, get on the bus, Summer. I'm like, all right, let go. And then, what else? So I was doing the math, and so it was like going to be like the cruise plus the transportation, plus the hotel for the night before the cruise, plus airfare estimate, um, plus like fun money, excursion money, soda, or maybe even, I don't really drink, so I don't know why I would say, that, but like fun money. I'm looking at $2,500 is what I would want my budget to be going into it. I'm like, okay, I'm not mad at that number. I have seen much worse numbers. So we're looking into that. I would be so excited, you guys. You don't understand. And I'm like, how cool it would be. I would think I could film and do some great content when I got back. I want to go to the Bahamas. That sounds like fun. No, I ain't wearing. I'm like, April, we didn't talk about this, but like, I don't know how I feel about being in a swimsuit though. I guess maybe that would motivate me to lose a couple pounds before then. Because I have put on some weight in the last 2 years. I'm like, uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm like, normally I don't mind, but if I'm going to go in a swimsuit, I might mind. Let's get real. I'm not using a tray for when I only have like 4 or 5 drills. I'm just stabbing them straight out of the jar. Sorry if I did not mention that. And you're like, where'd she go? Where are those drills coming from? Over here. Oh, switch. What is this one? There's 4 of those. Oh, 336. So I just stab and grab. I've also heard people call it spear fishing. I thought that was hilarious. I'm like, spear fishing? Cute. I'd heard it called stab and grab, and that's what I've called it ever since. There's supposed to be a blue line right here. No. Okay, and one more. That's this guy. Bink. Bink, I said. Oh. So yeah, super excited. I'm like, cruise. I've always wanted to go on a cruise, and my ex-husband was not having it. There, it would not happen. I couldn't even get him to get on the ferry to go over to Alcatraz. He goes, they're shark-infested waters. That's why they built it there. I'm like, you really think that you're gonna like fall overboard or the boat's gonna sink and you're gonna die? But everybody got their own fears. Why can I not grab this? Okay, now I'm mad at you. But I'd already been to Alcatraz, so I didn't care. I'm like, okay, not a big deal. I keep getting the wrong side of these drills. Boop, boop. And 2 more. That's here. So did anyone buy the mystery kits today? I didn't buy. Was it today? It was mystery kits and restock, I think, today. Yeah. And I didn't buy nothing. I was a good girl. I was a good girl. I know, hard to believe, but I was. So yeah, I'm really glad I'm doing this. I'm really glad, loving the way it's turning out. I'm liking the process. But I would not want this to be my only whip. for me, that would, I wouldn't get the dopamine I need with this being my only whip. Be like, they're not now dopamine. I also strongly suggest going with a kit that does not have as many dark colors for your first time. Mine is so dark. I'm like, uh-oh. Uh-oh. And it might not have been so bad if my vision wasn't such crap, but my vision's crap. I always go the wrong way. No matter what color it is, I go the wrong direction. Have y'all figured that out yet? Okay, there's a ton of dryer sheets in this one. Dude, get out. Confetti on a cross stitch is a different ball game than confetti on a kit. Just gonna say that. Hold please. Okay, sorry about that. We are ordering pizza for dinner. And there were questions about what I wanted. I'm also wondering if the fact that I kit it up in jars is having an impact on how long this is taking me, because I have to unscrew and screw the lids on, and I mean, I'm sure it's not like a whole lot of time, but so many dryer sheets. But these are high quality resin drills, so apparently I need to go back and watch the kitting up video of this and see what the static situation was truly like, because I don't remember. Because I kitted this up a long, long time ago. But I do think I can talk better. I can speak to you and not feel... Okay, sorry about that. Apparently, Trinity somehow got herself logged out of the pizza account. I couldn't get back in it. See, now I'm confused. Where am I? Okay. Let's just do those. Just $7.97. Yeah, so I don't know what I was talking about. I don't know what I was doing. I have been distracted. Maybe that's why everyone talks about they have notes. So then if they have the notes, then if they get interrupted or whatever, they can glance back at their notes and get a feel for where they were. That might make sense. I just fly by the seat of my pants, y'all. You get what you get. Whatever basically bumps into my head. But I'm loving this. I just wouldn't want it to be my only project at a time. I wouldn't want this to be the only thing I was working on. That would not be fun for me. What's that one? 3842. Oh, that's a pretty blue. I have been very excited to see colors that were, different. I was like, yay, look at that. See, this confetti is what takes forever. It takes forever. Yeah, so basically, I am glad that I'm doing this. I am happy with my progress. I'm very glad I split it up though. Very, very glad. I think Allison said, "Oh, smart," and she also divided her canvas up into like to work on her cross stitch, to work on it throughout the entire year. So pretty nifty. I thought I did the wagon wheel. Maybe it was the wagon wheel I did on that section. I didn't film. Okay. So what is the wagon wheel? 38.47. I know that there's pizza coming, and now my belly's growling. I wasn't hungry until they asked me if I wanted pizza. Like, that's not going to help me get in a swimsuit for the cruise. I'm super excited about that. I think it would be so much fun. I'm loving it. See, when it starts getting to the confetti, it's like, yay, yay. Ay, yay, yay. Anyone else always like overfill your tray, even though you only have a few? If you're going to do it, you put in more than you need because you know that it's not going to line up correctly if you just do a few. Or is that just me? I'm confused. Is that not supposed to be that color? This is supposed to go right there. Did I put something somewhere it didn't belong? Come out. Go there. This is supposed to go there. Who knows what I've done now? I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Then I get to work on daylight. I'm excited about that. It's gotta be that one. Like, what happened was, what happened was, I didn't know what I was doing. That's what happened. Let's get real. Da, 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 da. Now, I did not divide this into 12 even sessions for throughout the year. There's some months that the columns, like, okay, let me unzoom you. Let me unzoom you real quick. Okay. So, that, my January session, is complete. I really, really like it. Okay, so February, it's only 3 rows high. But when I come down here to March, it's 4 rows high. April's only 3. May's 4. And like this one came off, but it's going to go in the middle. I think they're 4 each. Just because I didn't want to overwhelm myself on certain months. Like I knew that when I was first learning, I didn't want to be like overwhelmed. And I have not been going as diamond painting as much lately as I used to. Sorry, there was a drill, and that was like, there wasn't anything wrong with it. I just couldn't get it to go flat. So I just wanted to give myself, you know, some grace. And like, there's only 20 days in February. Well, me happy, me happy, me happy. So, according to the app, I have stitched 4,318 of the 62,203 stitches. So I am 6.94% complete. Oh, I forgot Allison liked it when I did this little thing, so I should try to show it again. Okay, so whoop. Oh, I'm on mark. So this is what it's supposed to look like. This is what mine looks like. I am not mad. I'm not mad at all. Like I'm super excited like about this bright pinks right there. Like getting into these colors here. Where's whole place? Okay, apparently my dinner is here. So I think it's turning out really, really well. I'm quite happy with it. Um, why is there something right there that says it's not done? Like those are indeed done. Did that change my percentage? I'm at 6.95% now, you guys. 6.95%. Yeah, so there she is. And I am really, really happy with it. Oh, I was going to show you what the actual image looks like. I'll put a picture of it here. I wonder if I should slide this over. It's over there still. So, just the very top. See, not quite 7%. I mean, that's about right if you think about it broken into 12 sections. But if you would be so kind as to boop my snoot on your way out, I would greatly appreciate it. If you're new here, booping the snoot just means hit that like button. It's a quick, free, easy way for you to support the channel, and I think you're awesome when you do so. Also, feel free to share this video with anyone you think might gain enjoyment from it. I promise not to be mad at you. As well as leave me a comment. Have you done a cross stitch? Are you wanting to do a cross stitch? Um, are you enjoying the cross stitch series? Is there any questions you have about it that you'd like me to answer on the next one? We are not doing all the whip and chats for the rest of the year with this canvas. I ain't doing it. I feel like I'd sound dumb. There will be at least one per month, and then there'll be a check-in as well. So there should be 2 videos focusing on this canvas per month. And you can always check out the progress of it on the weekly whip parades and submit your whips for the whip parade subscriber showcase slideshow. That's super fun, super cool. We love it. Yeah. Other than that, I don't think I have anything else to say. I want to go eat my pizza. So, if you haven't done so already, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. It's also quick, easy, and free, and we'd love to have you. We're a little bit of chaos and a lot of bit of fun, and I do try to put out diamond painting content on the daily. I don't promise on the daily, but I do try. So, until next time, I love y'all. Bye bye.